Hey everybody, Jake here and welcome to the hobby. Like the title suggests, I recently purchased a property and I'm going to be moving in the next couple of months. But how that ties into this channel is that I made the purchase using Pokemon cards, so I wanted to cover the how, the why, and the what exactly occurred that brought me to that point. So first off, the why. I've been collecting Pokemon cards for quite a while. Not as long as some other veterans in the hobby, but I've definitely been around for at least a little bit of time. And in general, over the last couple of years, I realized that Pokemon cards are a real gem. I just see this hobby having so much potential, and I really do think that my collection is also my investment, and I think that's absolutely great because I do believe that Pokemon cards will appreciate in value over the next 5 to 10 years, and honestly, it's something that I find super rewarding and at the same time very engaging. So when I say that Pokemon cards are also an investment, this usually brings up two questions from viewers. Question number one is, why does Pokemon card collecting have to also be about investing? And it doesn't. Pokemon card collecting can be whatever you want it to be. It does not have to be an investment. But at the same time, if you could make your collection work for you, if you can make your collection appreciate in value, if you can make your collection grow as you do, why wouldn't you want to? You can still appreciate the card, you can still appreciate the artwork, you can still display your collection, but at the same time, it can be something that really grows as you grow older as well. That's something that I really enjoy about my collection, is that I can display it, I can talk about it, I can be passionate, and I can always be a collector first, but at the same time, I want to also see my collection appreciate in value. I like knowing that my collection is desirable. I like knowing that other people enjoy it just as much as I do. I like seeing other people's faces when they see items in my collection. I think that's so important, and I think it's super cool that Pokemon card collecting can be a little bit of both, right? It can merge two of my joys in life. One is collecting and Pokemon cards, and the other is financial literacy and investing. So if I can combine those two, why wouldn't I? It's the same with any other hobby. If you can make money in your hobby, why wouldn't you want to? If you could be a painter or you're a great artist, and that's just great, but if you could also make money from your artwork, why wouldn't you want to? So that's why I really enjoyed the investing aspect and the collection aspect of Pokemon cards sort of passionately together. The second question that people tend to ask is, why would you want to invest in Pokemon cards? If you want to invest in something, why don't you just buy some stocks and bonds? And my answer is usually you should do both. In all honesty, Pokemon cards is not a substitute for traditional investing. I do have a 401k, I do have a Roth IRA, I do have traditional investments in index funds and all of that other stuff, but those are fairly boring and bland. There's not much work or activity or any thought process involved in that. They sort of work on their own. So Pokemon card collecting is something that I can be really engaged and passionate about. That is why I tell people it can be a little bit of both. Honestly, having some collectible assets inside of your investment portfolio can really make it vibrant and exciting. I find Pokemon card collecting to be so engaging and so rewarding, and it's so much more fun than buying stocks or bonds. Those things you can pretty much leave alone. But Pokemon card collecting can really complement your whole entire investment portfolio. So that's what I've done. Put 20% of my money into collecting. It's something that I can budget around. It's something that I can be passionate and enjoy, and at the same time still see value and growth and return as I continue to enjoy the hobby that I've always enjoyed. So over the last couple of years, this is what I've done. Just slowly enjoy collecting, buying more and more Pokemon cards, displaying my collection. But something dramatically changed in 2020, and it has completely shifted my whole entire dynamic. And that was pretty much the price boom in Pokemon card. A lot more people joined the hobby. Pokemon card prices, especially the vintage and graded stuff, the more premium items have certainly climbed a lot in value. There are so many more people passionate about the hobby, and I absolutely love it. And in general, Pokemon card prices for a lot of cards have certainly appreciated, and it's completely warped my investment portfolio, right? Before, like I said, I like to be comfortable at around 20% of my investment portfolio in Pokemon cards and some other collectibles. But in general, that's completely shifted. Right now, Pokemon cards make up closer to 50% of my total investment portfolio due to the huge price climbs over the past year. And that's a problem because 50% is way too much risk than I'm willing to take on Pokemon cards. Having half of your investment portfolio in collectible assets is not a smart move. Some people have even more. I know for sure some people have way more than that, but that's too much for me. And as a part of the dilemma, I realized that I had to let go of some of my collection and move that money into something else that I feel would be a little bit more solid, a little bit more safe, and at the time grow as a collector and as an investor, as a hobbyist, all that. So what did I do? I sold off some Pokemon cards over the last couple of months. This was very difficult because I had to find cards in my collection that I was willing to let go of. If you guys know me, you know that I don't sell a lot of Pokemon cards. I don't really have a storefront, anything like that. I very rarely ever sell cards. So when I do, it is kind of a big deal because it's a real struggle. I sold off what I could. Most of these cards are duplicate cards or cards that I was not too emotionally attached to. And in general, my collection has shrunk a little bit, which is good for me because it gives me some breathing room. I really don't want half of my investment portfolio in just collectibles. That is something that's a little bit too risky for me. But I'm never going to be able to shrink my collection down to the 20% that it once was. That is feasibly not possible. For me to shrink it down to 20% again, I would have to realistically sell off half of my collection. And that's not something that I'm willing to do. I just cannot sell off half my collection. I'm way too attached to it. It's my collection for a reason. And so I'm just gonna have to deal with 40% of my portfolio being in Pokemon cards. For the foreseeable future, that's something that I might work to shift around, dwindle the number as much as I can. But yeah, I can't sell much more Pokemon cards. What I did sell off was enough for me to purchase a property. Not a large property, it was just a down payment. A real fixer-upper, but I am very proud of it because it is my property. So over the next couple of months, I'm gonna be moving my collection there, moving furniture, fixing it up, cleaning it up, making sure that the property is ready for me to move in. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. It was definitely pretty interesting when I told my mortgage lender and my bank that I would be purchasing the property by selling off Pokemon cards. I think it certainly raised some eyebrows. I had to show them my eBay store. I had to show them my PayPal account, make sure everything was legit. But all said and done, the paperwork worked out. Tons of signatures, but they approved everything in the end. It wasn't super unusual. There are plenty of people out there that would sell off assets like artwork, sculptures, antiques that their family left them to purchase a property. So it was something that they have seen before. I think they were more surprised by the prices on some of the items that I was selling rather than anything. They just had to make sure that it was legitimate and I wasn't just making up numbers and dollar values. But in general, it was a lot of fun. I found it very insightful to do the whole entire process. It's something that I think other people can definitely do in the future. Honestly, I probably could have accomplished the same thing if I had like a first edition PSA 8 Charizard, which I don't have in my collection, but if I did, that would have pretty much covered the whole entire purchase price by itself, I think. I actually don't know how much a Charizard PSA 8 is going for, but knowing prices nowadays, I'm not surprised if it's worth the same as like a Tesla or something ridiculous. In general, it was a lot of fun. It was super insightful, and I still have the vast majority of my collection. I'm probably gonna have to live with that for quite a while. I don't think I can feasibly sell off much more of it, but I thought that this was at least an interesting story and I was glad to share it with you guys. Alright everybody, that's the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. A little bit of an announcement, but I wanted to make it at least insightful, and hopefully you can find something interesting in this video. If you have any question on the process or anything like that, leave me a comment and I'm more than happy to help you out. A couple people usually ask me and say like, hey, can I provide you some money if you can give me some investment advice or something like that? Dude, I am more than happy to give you my advice or my opinion for absolutely free. I'm not going to charge you a dime to hear me give you guys some opinion or something like that. I'm just your friendly neighborhood collector. I'm not a professional in any way. I try to keep it casual. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.